Hello, everybody, and welcome to another series of episodes of Poland Daily Travel. We're on the road. That's right. We're out of Warsaw, and we're on the road to the Lake District of Poland. And great Scott, you're going to really like this because Olsztyn is a sincerely beautiful town. In fact, it is the capital of the region. It is a city that has 13 lakes and was also home to Copernicus, who studied the stars in the castle in Olsztyn, formerly known as the Bishop's Palace. It may also be the friendliest town in Poland, at least that's what some people say, particularly those from Olsztyn, who are extremely delighted to be there. One such resident is my friend Jeffrey Taylor. He runs an English language school in Olsztyn, and he's been there for 2.5 decades. He's a former resident of the Washington, D.C. area. He has a Polish wife and is very happily at home in this part of the world. Later, I'll take a trip to the barber shop. I hear some of you saying, it's about time, but when I get a haircut, I like going to the very best. And that's why in Olsztyn, I'm able to get my head shaved by Andrzej Matrocki. He doesn't quite shave it, but he makes it look a whole lot better. So come along with us. We're going to walk you around Olsztyn and tell you a few stories about the area. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to our lunch on Poland Daily Travel, because a man must eat. And we decided to eat, and I think the choices are very good.
Yes.
We're here in Olsztyn on the lake. What's the name of the lake?
Lake Krzywy, the Crooked Lake.
The Crooked Lake here in Olsztyn. And we can see we're going to try and get this episode in because I think we've been very lucky today, but the thunder showers could be on their way. And in the next episode, I'm supposed to go back to Andrew
Matrocki
to see if he can operate on my wig. It takes a world famous haircutter to tackle this. I'll tell
Yes.
you. Anyway, you've got the classic Polish soup. Can you hold that up so we can see
sure.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pink. It looks like. Why is it pink? Is it beetroot?
It's pink of the beetroot.
Yeah.
And the thing is, normally I don't like beets.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I don't like dill.
Mm-hmm.
But in this soup, it's tasty.
Well, there you go. And soups are of major importance in Poland. It's a country that loves soup. But I've got a spicy tomato soup, which is not really.
Is it spicy?
Well, it says it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Not too spicy, but spicy. And it's got perch or something in it, so it looks good. Mm-hmm. And then for salad, you've got tuna with sesame. And then what else is there? Snap beans and...
It looks like some slices of a cucumber, slices of a radish, and some rucola. What's rucola?
It's just kind of lettuce. It's with the
Rock?
Italian. It's what the Italians are always giving you.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some bits of lemon. And what do you have for a salad?
Teriyaki chicken, pineapple, strawberries, rucola, carrots shredded. Looks very good. Something to sustain one on a hot day. Because as I said, been up since very early this morning. We came up from Warsaw. It's 2.5 hours.
Yes, much better now than it used to be.
Much better. It's a pretty leisurely drive to come up from Warsaw to here. And the roads are getting better and better. They've almost finished that stretch. But they still have to finish that stretch.
From Płońsk and Mława.
That's it, Płońsk, Mława. But after Olsztyn, it's all clear sailing all the way to Gdańsk.
That's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. Because that's the Route 7, and it used to take forever to get up that road. It was 5 hours, sometimes. And dangerous. This sort of jockeying for position. It's 3 lanes with 2 lanes.
I remember that. I remember those days. Yeah, pole position.
Yeah, it was a racetrack. And it's not like that now, which is cool. So, you were telling me, now I have been to the Wolf's Lair, the remnants of the Hitler bunkers, because it was all blown up.
Yes. Yes.
But you've told me something fascinating, which I think would be very interesting to our listeners, and that was, and our viewers, that there's another substantial set of bunkers that you can actually visit that are open to the public.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Well, you're a wealth of information. Tell us.
It is called Mamerki, on, I guess, Lake Mamerki, just north of Giżycko.
Okay.
It's the Wolf's Lair is near the town of Kętrzyn. It's around an hour from there to the other set of bunkers, and the bunkers in the Wolf's Lair, they were all blown up, as you said, and these are a complete set of bunkers. They're like inside, it's kind of dank and dark, but you can see the full structure, and they are huge.
Right.
And what's also interesting, just north of there, at the top of this lake, there's the beginning of what was called the Missourian Canal. The Germans, before World War II, I don't know exactly when, they started building a system of canals connecting the Baltic Sea to the Missourian lakes.
Okay.
So that, I believe, so that they could build submarines in the Missourian lakes and then transport them up through the canals into the Baltic Sea. And what's neat, and there's only ruins now of the canals, of the sluices, but on the sluices, on the dams, I guess, on these concrete structures, you can see the emblem of Nazi Germany with the eagle.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
That's a real find. I hadn't heard about that, and I'm so glad you mentioned it. I also want to say that near here, there is the Hindenburg Mausoleum, which is where they buried General Hindenburg.
Okay, yes.
And Marshal Hindenburg, whatever he was called, in 1933 or 34 when he died. Hitler ordered that. He didn't want to be buried there. He wanted to be buried in the family plot, which was over in Hanover on the other side of Germany. But Hitler wanted to make an example of him being buried there, and with the huge monument to the Battle of Tattenberg.
Yes.
Now, what was the Battle of Tattenberg?
That was a battle during World War I?
August 1914. And it was one of the worst military losses ever in history of European fighting. The Russians were absolutely, taken apart by the better organized Germans, who were actually on their home turf.
Yeah.
So, but maybe we'll go there eventually. But look up. You can read Alexander Solzhenitsyn's book about Tattenberg, which is called August 1914, and it's an amazing book. It's a great read.
And this,
I'm a great writer.
And this monument, this mausoleum of Hindenburg, the Hindenburg Mausoleum, unfortunately, the ruins there now, it has been taken apart, but at the time, it was huge.
Yeah.
And so all the ruins are still there, so you can still get an idea of how big it was.
Yeah, they blew up. They had all these monumental, carved rock, stone memorials, and it was completely dynamited. First by the Germans as they retreated in 45, and then later by the Polish government in 49.
Really?
Yeah. Which I knew the Germans had done something, but I guess the Polish government did it under the Russian, it was really the Russians' orders probably.
But did they use part, I've heard they used part of some of the bricks and stones to rebuild some of the cities.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. I'm making a pig of myself. What a nice restaurant. Yeah, they did use some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been to that site of the Hindenburg Mausoleum. It's right down the street in Olsztyn, which is where you turn off the 7 to come here.
Yeah.
That was called Hohenstein under the Germans, like Olsztyn was called Allenstein.
Yeah.
You see? I think people don't realize that Germany went right up to the edge of Russia.
Yeah.
The Prussian part of it, East Prussia, in history, and that I think that's something that most people don't realize. There it comes. Right, we're going to have to put the cameras up because I think the rain, and we might have to run for shelter. But it's all exciting. We always have drama on Poland Daily Travel. We're here in Olsztyn. My name is Will Richardson. I want to thank you for watching. Like us on Facebook. That's Poland Daily Live on YouTube, and Poland Daily Travel on Facebook. Like us on Twitter, Poland Daily Live on Twitter. And before this whole place blows away, we'll say goodbye. And Jeff, thank you very much
my
for being
pleasure.
here.
Thank you very much.
And thanks to bringing us together and getting to know each other, our friend, dearly departed Jeffrey Butcher.
Yes. Yeah.
And
here's to you, Jeff. Thanks, Ted.
Here's to you, Jeff. Yeah. See you next time, folks.